health, education, labor, and pension, I believe it is. This is a clip of Senator Markwayne Mullin, Republican from Oklahoma. Bernie Sanders is here. You'll also see Elizabeth Groginski. She's the cabinet secretary of New Mexico Department of Early Childhood Education and Care. There's a couple other people. And Mullin is talking about childcare in the U.S. And he wants to focus on books that are being taught in school because they are so anti-authoritarian that you want senators up there telling educators what should be taught in school. Here is, here you go.
Would you think would be better? I'll ask everybody on the panel, which is better to teach? This, that is a story that was made up to teach our kids, 3-year-olds who have no idea what race is, now all of a sudden is being taught that white people said this as a truth. Someone point at me that this being a truth, that white people developed race, that white people developed that all of a sudden that was our word that we developed. By the way, I'm Cherokee, Native American. I think we have experienced a little bit of racism before in my life, Chairman.
Yeah.
Senator Mullin.
So I ask everybody on the panel, which one is better to teach? This or the Jesus Loves Me lyrics? Ma'am, I'll start down here. Just tell me which one. I don't have time for next.
What I'll tell you, Senator Mullin, is that what children in these early years develop their identity.
It's important
that our classrooms are.
I'm just asking which one is better.
Let her answer the question, please.
My question is this.
She will answer it as she sees fit.
Which one is better?
It's important that children's identity and language and culture are recognized.
That's not answering my question.
And that's what creates strong executive function.
If you don't want to answer my question, that's fine. Let's move on down the panel. Which one is better to be taught? This book or the Jesus Loves Me lyrics? That says everybody's skin doesn't matter. They're all precious in His sight.
I think it's important to teach that all children are seen and valued for who they are, and that's
so. But when you teach this, don't you think that other people start saying that white kids are to blame?
I think it's important.
It's exactly what they're going to teach. It's exactly what it is, ma'am.
I disagree. First, it is important that we teach Jesus. And Absolutely. Jesus is what we teach.
So which one is better?
But the reality is...
So you think this is...
Could she answer the question, please?
I don't want reality. I'm asking the question, which one is better? That's exactly what it is.
Got it on tape.
Misspoke.
I misspoke.
I mean, look, this is, it is obviously low-hanging fruit for this guy, do you want Jesus's edict here, or do you want the reality of the invention of race as being a function of, right, really, basically a specific European?
Yeah, it's a product of European colonization. We were calling it Christian before that.
Yes. And low-hanging fruit for him, but this is, I mean, I know it seems to come up every day, but it's not because it's the only thing I'm thinking about. It's because all of this is rooted in a fundamentalism that is in this country. And there's a resurgence of it in some respects because, we are at the peak. Well, I don't know if we're at the peak, but we're at a point where we have not seen fundamentalists, religious fundamentalists, using their fundamentalism in pursuit of political goals. It wasn't always like this. It wasn't always like this. There was a time in this country 50 years ago where fundamentalists had a perspective of leave unto Caesar that which is Caesar's. We don't enter the profane world. And there was a very specific People can go back and read about Paul Weyrich and folks like Jerry Falwell. The Republican Party began to weaponize this type of fundamentalism. There's, I think, some dispute as to like what the nascent beginnings of this. Certainly part of it was Jimmy Carter wanted to revoke the tax exemption of, I think it was Bob Jones University, because they wouldn't allow white people and black people to date. And so you don't get tax exemption, federal funding, if you discriminate in that way. Many people think that was a way that that was one of the factors that motivated fundamentalists from getting involved in politics. And I think we're at I don't know if we're at the end of that trajectory, but we're at a high point for that trajectory. Mike Pence was one of the most powerful theocrats ever elected to office in this country. And now the guy's out there. What do you want? Jesus or history? What's better to teach kids? Jesus or history? That's basically the question he's asking.
Yeah, in between reminding people that he has some Cherokee ancestry in him.
Right.
Thanks.
Wonder how that happened.